Your fourth and final row in heat race number 1 of your A1 Iron Stock Cars. The 24T of Cameron Thompson to the inside, to the outside, the 92 of Don Hall Jr.
Talk about a stacked lineup for a heat race in your A1 Iron Stock Cars. We are going to dive right into this. Caden Murray's got the green flag in hand. They're setting him up, getting ready to knock him down off of turn number 4. A1 Iron Stock Cars heat number 1 headed your way.
Laughlin leads us into turn number 1, and we almost got a 3-wide battle with Steinbach driving off into the second place spot. Now it's going to be a battle between almost all the threes out there on the track, as Dan Jackson looks to the inside of Thompson for that third spot with the 72 of Vallingham right behind him.
Jesse Van Lanningham, I believe, making his second appearance here at Eagle Raceway for the 2023 season. Usual runner over at Beatrice, trying to slice and dice his way for the 4th spot on back. Battling Nate Thompson on the bottom side. This time by across the flag stand, Gary Laughlin's going to lead this one, followed by Marty Steinbach and Dan Jackson, your top 3.
Laughlin, Steinbach, and then it's Jackson and Van Lanningham getting by for that 4th place spot. Something up with the Thompson machine as he's dropped back to the 6th spot with the 22 of Shane Stutzman making his way back around him. Now we got a battle for the 3rd spot shaping up as Van Lanningham looks at Dan Jackson.
Jesse Van Lanningham doing the crossover move from the top side of 1, trucking down to the middle of number 2. Dan Jackson's going to hang on to that spot for the time being as Gary Laughlin hangs on to the lead. Marty Steinbach second, Dan Jackson third with a fast Jesse Van Lanningham hot on his heels.
That battle for the 3rd spot's now going to include the 2nd spot as Steinbach has got the back door full of Jackson and Van Lanningham. Jackson looks to the inside, Van Lanningham to the outside. Around the outside, can't quite get the run. Steinbach holds him off a lap.
5 more laps to go for the 9 machine of Gary Laughlin, Marty Steinbach in second, but like Dugan said, that battle is really heating up. Jesse Van Lanningham with a strong run off the top side, trying to make his way around Dan Jackson as they go into corner 3. He's got an advantage just by a bumper, but he's going to seal the deal through 3 and off of 4. Give the 3rd spot to Jesse Van Lanningham.
Well, if he didn't know he was there before, he sure knows now. Steinbach's got company. Down the back straightaway, Van Lanningham to the inside. Through turns 3 and 4, they'll go. Van Lanningham goes low. Steinbach through the middle, off of 4. Still holding on to second is Steinbach.
Strong run for the Beatrice runner and Jesse Van Lanningham. Even stronger for the time being from Steinbach in that number 5, showing that Fremont pride down the back straightaway. Steinbach with a strong run, but again, a hard-charging Jesse Van Lanningham as Gary Laughlin crosses the stripe with 3 laps to go.
That battle for second on back is still hot and heavy as Shane Stutzman's trying to find any way to get past the 3 cars ahead of him as our leader, Gary Laughlin, is walking away to the white flag. We got 1 lap to go.
Walking away to the white flag, I really like that. Gary Laughlin taking the white flag, the rest of the field behind him. Marty Steinbach, Jesse Van Lanningham, Dan Jackson, and Shane Stutzman. 2 heat races for your A1 Iron Stock Cars tonight, so all of these guys will make their way to the feature as Caden Murray's got the checkered flag in hand. Heat race number 1 goes to the number 9 of Gary Laughlin. Sealing the deal on second, the 72V of Jesse Van Lanningham, and rounding out your top 3 is going to be Marty Steinbach in the 5 machine.
Row number 2 to the inside, we see the 5B of Matt Boucher, and to the outside, the 22 of Nick Beckman.
Starting inside, row number 3 is going to be the 24R machine of Dylan Richards. To his outside, another guy, good to have him back in the 2X machine, Hunter Wergen. And rounding out the field is going to be the 10J of Jeremy Bolin.
Off of turn number 4 they go. Green flag is out. We're back to racing in your Class 2 Tough to Tame, the IMCA Stock Cars. The 6th of Jeremy Down going to lead us on down to the backstretch. He's side by side. We're 2 by 2 all the way down the backstretch, but sealing the deal into the 1st spot is Jeremy Down through turns 3 and 4.
Jeremy Down's going to lead lap number 1 in the 6th machine, followed by Travis Patterson, Nick Beckman, excuse me, and Matt Boucher rounding out the top 4. Good battle down the back straightaway between Beckman and Boucher. Boucher really liking the low line in that 5B machine. He's going to pull the crossover move off of corner number 4 and steal that spot away as Dylan Richards mounts a challenge for 4th with Nick Beckman. He's going to seal the deal going into 1, but looking for more, Dugan.
we got trouble through turns 2, and they gather it back up. We're going to stay clean and green back there. Thank you, boys. Off of turn number 4 they go. It's still going to be the number 6 of Jeremy Down. That is Travis Patterson, Matt Boucher, Dylan Richards looking to try and find third and get it down the back straightaway. Coming into turn number 3, the battle is on for third.
6 laps to go this time by for Jeremy's Down. Crossing another one off the board. Battle starting to heat up for the 3rd and 4th right now. Boucher going to hang on to it for the time being, but Dylan Richards really liking the low side in that 24R machine. Picks up a little bit of momentum, closes it off within about 2 car lengths. Now here they go through 3 and 4 with 5 to go. The battle is at the flag stand for 3rd. Give it to Matt Boucher this time by.
Through turns 1 and 2, we are side by side down the back straightaway they go. Edging into turn 3, it's still going to be Boucher holding on to the lead, but Richards not going to let him go that easy. Off of 4 this time. Who's going to have it at the line? It's going to be Boucher by my eyes, and timing says so as well. It's a close race for that 3rd spot.
Man, that battle for 3rd will not go away, but the spot is going to be surrendered to the 24R. Dylan Richards gets around Matt Boucher. Possible little scoreboard issue. We'll have to start watching the flags on this one. I think it's had 3 laps to go for just a couple of laps. Nope, scoreboard is correct. Caden Murray's got the rocking chair in hand. 2 laps to go for Jeremy Down.
Jeremy Down walking away with this heat race so far. The battle was for 3rd. Now it's settled out as Dylan Richards took that over. Single file around the Eagle Raceway. Jeremy Down, your race leader, followed by Travis Patterson, Dylan Richards, Matt Boucher, and Nick Beckman, your top 5 as they head down the backstretch.
Caden Murray and Kyle Kimball on the flag stand tonight with the checkered flag in hand. This one's going to go to the 6 machine of Jeremy Down. Bringing it home in the 2nd spot, the 17 TK of Travis Patterson. 3rd's going to go to the 24R of Dylan Richards. And the 5B of Matt Boucher bringing it home in the 5th spot. Side of row number 1, Bob Rusinger in the 7th is outside the lone Ford Ranger out of Fremont, the 12X of Dylan Haney.
Row number 2, we see to the inside is 29 John Meyer. To the outside, the 21X of John Anderson.
Row number 3 coming at you like this, the 19 of Kyle Vanover to his outside, the 11N Nathan Landauer starting shotgun on the field in the 71 JJ. That's going to be Mike Murray leading him down to the green flag. Bob Rusinger with the early advantage, stacking them deep, right behind him, 3 wide action all the way through. Oh, we've got a great battle for the lead shaping up here through 1 and 2. It's about to be a 3-car dance. Kyle Vanover giving a little bit of the bumper to help get around. Rusinger tried to push the other car up to the front off of corner number 4. That's going to go ahead and give lap number 1 to John Meyer. Sorry about that, little bit of a cutout. Good battle through 3 and 4 shaping up right now between Meyer and Vanover for the lead. Meyer's going to hang on to it this time by. Vanover not giving up so easily, hanging on to the 2nd spot. Rusinger hangs on to 3rd as the 11N of Nate Landauer making his way through the field. Challenges for the 3rd spot with Rusinger. Landauer on the low side, Rusinger up top. Same story up front for these top 2 positions between Meyer and Vanover. John Meyer and Kyle Vanover this time by the flag stand. It's going to be 5 laps remaining. Great 5-lap war to settle the score. Meyer looking sporty out there through 1 and 2 with Vanover hot on his heels. The battle still continues to rage on for the 3rd spot between Landauer and Rusinger. This time by the roles have reversed a bit. You've got Landauer up high, Rusinger to the bottom. Give the spot to Nate Landauer this time by as we shape our way back towards the battle for the lead. Meyer's hanging on to it for right now, but the 19 machine of Kyle Vanover really liking the low side. Had a great run down the back straightaway that time by. It's going to be nothing doing this time across the flag stand with just 3 laps to go. If Vanover wants it, he's going to have to start thinking about making that move. Strong run for the 19 car down the back straightaway, but through 3 and 4, Meyer just seems to have the better handling race car. Off of 4 this time by. Who's going to get it closer than each lap before as the white flag comes, or the rocking chair comes out? Vanover right there. Meyer to the outside, Vanover to the inside. Drag racing down the back straightaway for the first time in this heat race. Give the nose and the advantage to the 19 of Kyle Vanover.
John Anderson losing, going back to the second spot to Kyle Vanover. White flag comes out. Kyle Vanover leading us into turns 1 and 2. As they settle that out, we got a battle for the 4th spot shaping up between the 29 and the 7. That is the 29 of Meyer and the 7 of Rissinger. But off of turn number 4, the 19 of Kyle Vanover takes heat race number 3.
See, Dugan, I got you. You thought that I was just calling that car wrong the whole race. I wasn't. I was just doing my impersonation of Dan Taylor. I couldn't resist.
One last chance to make the big dance here tonight. Stock Cars coming down the back straightaway. We're going to be going green off of turn number 4. We've got 6 cars set to go 10 laps of distance. Who's going to make the A?
The Class 2 Tough to Tame about to show you how they earn that name. It's B feature time. Rolling off of corner number 4. Nate Thompson's going to hold the, not going to work that time. All right, race fans, we're going to have to do it again. Complete restart. Get ready. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up. Let's take a drink.
Nate Thompson a little hot and happy on the gas there off of turn 4 last time. This time off of turn 4. That's a lot better. We get the green flag from Caden Murray. Nate Thompson going to lead us into turn number 1.
Nate Thompson leads him down to the 3T, the mean farmer's son, Dylan Haney, in the 2nd spot, looking to make some power out of that Ford machine as they roll through corners 3 and 4. Haney's going to try and pull to the door of the 3T of Nate Thompson. Meanwhile, we've got a great battle shaping up for the 2nd spot between the 2X of Hunter Wergen and the 10J of Jeremy Boland.
Battle for the lead, shaping up down the back straightaway. The 12 is going to go at it in Thompson, so Haney's going to look to the inside of Thompson, down the front stretch, drag race down. It's going to be Thompson at the line, holding on to the race lead.
Great battle between Nate Thompson and the Load Ford Ranger in the 12X machine. Haney liking it low.
Trouble.
It up high. Oh no, big trouble over in 1 and 2. That's going to be Cameron Thompson and Jeremy Boland bringing out the yellow flag as the field rolls by with 8 remaining in this B feature. Cameron Thompson attempting to get that 24T refired over in turn 2, and it looks like he got her back going, so we'll be back to racing in just 1 moment. Well, before the caution came out, we saw a great battle shaping up for the lead between Thompson and Haney. As we get ready to relight the wick and grab the stick, we're going to let them go off of corner number 4 and see what kind of battles we can shape up here at the world's fastest 3rd mile here at Eagle Raceway as Thompson leads the field down into 1.
One badass racetrack, they call it, because we see some dang great racing. Down into turn number 3 they go. Haney's going to look to the back bumper of Thompson. Thinks better of it, going to follow in the tail tracks because he's got 7 laps remaining after this one. He's got a lot of time to follow Thompson, find his line, and see which is the best way to get around. But he's not going to waste any time. Down the back stretch, we're going to dive it into turn number 3.
Haney takes the low side. Thompson likes it up high off of corner number 4. Who's going to hang on to the momentum this time by? It's going to be the 3T with a great battle shaping up for the 3rd spot and a rookie stock car competitor in Don Hall Jr. and the 2X of Hunter Wergen going at it. Down the back straightaway, the battle continues for the lead and for 3rd and 4th. Haney with a strong run off the low side this time by down the front stretch. Drag race. Thompson's going to win it that time as the field rolls by with 5 to go.
5 to go and 5 cars remain on your track. There is no problem for anyone on the track now. They all make the A. Now it's how well you start the feature. As the higher you up, you finish this race, the higher up you start in the A feature. Battle for the race lead still going on between Haney and Thompson. As we almost had one go around, that was a 92 of Hall Jr. He gets it back going, shortcut through the infield, kicks up the dust, and gets us back under green.
Don Hall Jr., longtime competitor in the hobby stock division. He actually fooled us last year by saying that he was going to be through and ready to hang up the helmet. Unfortunately, tough break for the stock car debut for Don Hall Jr. as he's trying to limp it over to the infield as the field comes by with 2 laps to go. Battle still rages on for the top spot between Thompson and Haney. Haney tries the low side off of corner number 2. Thompson's going to have the advantage. Down the back stretch through 3 and 4. They're both looking for the white flag. Who's it going to be this time by? A little bit of a bobble for Thompson, but it's not going to scrub off enough momentum. Thompson leads another one.
We've got 1 lap to go and 1 battle up on the racetrack. Thompson hits the high side, drives it off into turn number 3. He's got the run. He's got the position. 1 last chance off of turn number 4. It's going to be Thompson in the 3T, your winner of the B feature in the stock cars. Second goes to Haney. Third to Wergen, 4th to the 24 of Thompson, and your top 5 final transfer car, the 92 of Don Hall Jr. We shall see them here later on in the main event in your Class 2 Tough to Tame, your IMCA Stock Cars. Always having a backup, and what a good looking backup. The Eagle Raceway pace truck. Field getting the sign, keep it doubled up because we're going to turn them loose off of turn number 4.
The best IMCA stock car competitors the area has to offer, and they're ready to put on a show just for you, America's best fans, here at Eagle Raceway. Yellow lights are out in the corners. Caden Murray's got the green flag in hand. Eagle Raceway, you got the whole seat. Get ready because this show's going to be grand. Let's go stock car racing at Eagle. Field thunders down the front straightaway. The sound of those big, beautiful open motors, oh, it just makes my heart sing. Gary Laughlin and Jeremy Down battle through 3 and 4. We got a 3-wide battle going in for the second on back. Jeremy Down's going to lead the first one.
Yellow is out.
I got too excited.
Nick Beckman went around on that start there, the 17 pulling off the track. Complete restart. We did not count the lap. Ladies and gentlemen, Eagle Raceway, you know what that means. Get those drinks up and take a swig.
So we can rotate it up. Anyways, let's rotate it back to green flag racing action as the field forms up down the backstretch.
Through turns 3 and 4, rows number 1, 2, 3, and 4 going green. Green flag racing in your stock cars. Top 4 going to bunch them up through turns 1 and 2. Laughlin, your race leader early on, but here comes the drive on the high side. Down's going to come on the high side. It's going to be a 3-wide battle for the top spots. As off of turn number 4 this time, it's going to be Down, your race leader at lap number 1.
Down with a strong charge by Laughlin on the inside. Going to drift a little high. Laughlin's going to hang on to the lead for,
Yellow is out.
out.
Yellow is out for the 24. Also, we got another car over in turn number 2. See who that is here in a moment.
Looks like the 24R of Dylan Richards.
That's who's on the track. There's someone going through the infield right now. I'm waiting for the car to turn so I can read the number.
The 24T of Cameron Thompson.
Cameron Thompson also went around there.
But it's
not where you want to be.
But it's pretty rare that you can say twin 24 trouble.
Replay coming at you here on Advantage Racing TV. As they come into the corner number here. Slow motion, sets the corner, a little bumper tag from the 29. Sent the 24 around.
After seeing that replay, we hear race officials sending the 29 of John Mayer to the back of the field. Wait, John Mayer, John Meyer? Why am I having a brain fart here? Is he the guy that sings songs or the guy that, well, clearly he's the guy that races stock cars.
Speaking of nice and easy, they're going to take it nice and easy. Single file down the backstretch, bunching them up. Accordion effect here going on through turns 3 and 4. We're going to go green flag racing once again in your A feature.
Nice and easy to the restart zone off of corner 4. Green flag back out. Single file this time. They didn't quite trust him for double file as Jeremy Down leads the field through 1 and 2. Checking back through the field. And yellow out again. Oh, you can't hit the cone. That's against the rules.
Cone down, cone down. Matt Boucher in the 5B smacking the restart cone on that restart.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. Hard charge of Gary Laughlin. Sorry, I had Jeremy and Gary mixed up there. Then it's going to be the 5 Elias Steinbach and Kyle Vanover and John Anderson. Your top 5 ready to come to the green off of 4.
All right, green flag back in hand. Let's get more than one lap in this time. Jeremy Down taking the high line. Gary Laughlin. Trouble for Travis Patterson. Gets into a little bit of a mix-up as we've got good battles shaping up on the field, and we're going to get this lap in. Jeremy Down leads the lap number dos in your A1 Iron Stock Cars. Marty Steinbach running behind. Hard charger in the 5 Eli. Kyle Vanover moves into the 3rd spot. Gary Laughlin drifts back to 4th as John Anderson catching the Seminole wind, trying to catch up into that top 4.
While the top 3 start to battle it out for the race lead, 3-car dance for the lead. Don't forget, Dylan Richards is making his charge from the back on that restart. He's already up quite a few spots, but the race for the lead is a hot and heavy one. As look at Vanover, right side, Rob Metz down on a 4. Bumping, banging, still going to be Jeremy Down, your race leader.
Some like it hot, and it is definitely a hot battle up at the top of the field. Jeremy Down hangs on to it. Marty Steinbach makes his way around the 19 of Vanover. High line working very well for the 5 Eli as he's going to steal the lead from Jeremy Down off of 4. Down's going to hang on to the 2nd spot. John Anderson and Kyle Vanover. Great battle shaping up. Oh boy! Nearly reckon that's going to make for a 3-wide battle for the 2nd spot. John Anderson bringing a lot of excitement to this feature.
If this was a Lincoln Stars game, the gloves have come off as they go into turn number 1. We got a 3-car dance for that spot as John Anderson gives a little bop to the 19 of Vanover through the corner. It's 3 wide once again. We got 3 guys duking it out for the 2nd spot. And don't look now, Richards is up into the top 10 and looking for more.
I heard something about an MMA fight going on earlier, but it ain't got nothing on the haymakers being pulled around this fast 3rd mile. Kyle Vanover and John Anderson, Jeremy Down, stout battles throughout the field as Marty Steinbach's going to click off another one. Vanover, then the battles really start heating up between Anderson, Down, back behind them. You've got Dylan Richards making his way back through the field. The 72V of Jesse Van Lanningham also trying to get a dip of this chip into this A-feature rib.
Where did Van Lanningham come from? Now he's coming into the mix. Yellow out. Oh, we got 2 cars hooked up together. Down in off the exit of 2, it's Gary Laughlin and Haney off the exit of turn 2. Well, as they bunch them up on the back stretch, we're going to go through turns 3 and 4, and John Anderson's going to look for a little Seminole wind to blow him down the front straightaway, get the charge, and maybe look up to the front spots.
Marty Steinbach's going to lead the field down the front straightaway. Kyle Vanover trying to throw everything but the kitchen sink at it on the low side. Vanover with a strong run in the 19 machine. He's going to seal the lead for the time being, but rolling into corner 3 and 4. Steinbach with a good charge on the outside. Here comes Anderson on the low side, but Steinbach's going to hang on to 2nd.
3-car battle for the race lead and a 4-car battle for the 4th spot. Van Lanningham is able to get away for the 4th spot in the top 5 now after having to go deep into the field on the caution. Dylan Richards is looking for more. He's got 5th, but holding on and battling with the 6th of Jeremy Down. Whew, there's battles all over the place here, James.
John Anderson trying to climb the billboard charts in this A1 Iron Stock Car feature. He's looking for that number 1 spot. Kyle Vanover's going to lead the field by about 3 car lengths down the front stretch. 2nd spot's going to be Anderson. The battle really continuing to shaping up for the 3rd spot. Dylan Richards looking to the outside of Jesse Van Lanningham. Not going to get it done down the back stretch. He's going to continue to try that high line charge through corner 3 and off of 4. Van Lanningham's going to keep that spot.
9 laps to go. Vanover still your race leader. Up on the high side. Here comes Dylan Richards. Makes the charge. He's got the 3rd spot down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Off of turn 4, Richards has the 3rd spot. He secures it. Now he's got to make a charge. He's got 7 to go by that ticker. 7 to go. And we might have a battle for the lead just yet as Kyle Vanover, your race leader, to turn number 3, followed by John Anderson, Richards, and Lanningham.
Battle definitely starting to shape up. Each lap that goes by, it seems like Anderson continues to shave just a tenth or two off of the lap time, but he's only got 6 laps remaining to get it done. Kyle Vanover leads the field. John Anderson trying a low side charge. Actually going to lose just a little bit of ground on Vanover that time by.
As the leaders strung out for the top 4, a battle for the 5th spot is shaped up between the 11 and Landauer and Jeremy Down. Side by side down the back straight they go for the 5th spot. And into turn 3 they go. Close racing between Down and Landauer. Drag race, it's going to be Jeremy Down, your 5th place spot for the time being. 4 to go.
Nathan Landauer, a former IMCA Nebraska Lottery modified runner, decided to make the switch over to the stock cars and just kind of run a selective schedule. Definitely glad to see him back at Eagle Raceway as he tries the low side on Down, and he's going to have that spot at the flag stand. In the meanwhile, 2.5 laps remaining for the 19 machine, the Beatrice runner of Kyle Vanover, John Anderson in second, with a fast closing Dylan Richards in the 24R hanging on to that 3rd spot.
Into turn 1 and 2 they go again, a battle for the 2nd spot, shaping up as John Anderson hit the high side, jumped the cushion. Now Richards is there. Richards crosses over, hits the high side. Now Anderson's going to slide up. Richards going to battle for that 2nd place spot still as the white flag is out. 1 lap remaining. Battle for the 2nd spot. Bumper tag goes, but all for naught. And off of turn number 4, as John Anderson has his songs, Kyle Vanover singing Lori Morgan, Watch Me Walk Away with the checkered flag. Dylan Richards, last lap pass, gets the 2nd spot. 3rd will go to John Anderson. 4th to Van Lanningham, and then 5th, your top 5 goes to the 11N of Landauer. What a run!
Man, I was loving that race, and I am loving the 90s country music, little innuendi, if you will. Remember, Eagle Raceway, we've got 90s night coming up. I don't remember exactly what day it is, but make sure you bust out your finest. NASCAR's got Throwback Weekend this weekend. We're going to have 90s Throwback Weekend coming right up here in just a couple weeks.
Race fans will get caught up with your A1 Iron Stock Car feature winner, Kyle Vanover. Kyle, you've been all over here, there, and everywhere throughout the area. It's got to feel pretty good to kind of pick up the win back on your home soil. I know you're a Beatrice boy, but you come down here and run it like a pro.
Yeah, luckily, after last night, the poor showing we had last night, we showed up here and totally redeemed ourselves.
That's what matters. Run us through some sponsors and support.
Cadillac Chassis by Big Johnson, Speedway Engines, Speedway Shocks, Mel, Schlake Farms, Greens Plumbing and Heating, Anna Bruins Construction, Exotic Customs. Couldn't do it without any of them.
Eagle Raceway, make some noise for the Redemption Tour, Kyle Vanover.